One of the big stories in the news this week has been this accused child predator. A man who was arrested in Nevada is named Jonathan Hill. Now he's facing federal charges of child pornography as well as attempted molestation in Marin County. So we've got our legal expert, Ivan Golde, here to talk a little bit about the implications of this case.
Yes.
So, Ivan, I mean, the guy faces now the local charges of the attempt. There hasn't been that they found any molestation, but an attempt, and then these federal porn charges. So the question is, can other stuff that they found be used against him? Like they had this backpack they found with what looks like incriminating evidence, you know, restraints and latex gloves, but he hasn't used them or they don't connect it.
We all hate child porn. That is absolutely the worst possible, one of the worst crimes ever, child pornography, and there are federal mandatory minimums. What the police did in this case, Daria, and I want to be clear to the viewers here, they called this a rape kit. They are already trying to prejudice a potential jury pool against this man. To call something a rape kit, what is a rape kit? Now, this man is facing 10, 15, 20, 25 years. Not only did he have child porn on his phone, but he's being charged with actually producing and making child porn. Those are ungodly charges.
And those are the new charges. Now, we have federal charges just presented, and we have the Marin County charges. Does he get tried in both, or what happens here?
When the feds pick up a case, the states usually back off and let the federal government take over. They have mandatory minimums. They have a tough prosecution. The state will back off. He could, though, depending if he gets acquitted on the federal charges, the state could go after him on that point, too. So there are two ways to get this guy. Remember, we don't like child pornography. If they know this guy is a real child porn producer, viewer, distributor, they will get him. But the police, to say that there was a rape kit involved, went over the line.
Right. So you have to just look at what you have, and you have child porn stuff, and that's as far as it can go right now.
Right. On the phone, go into the house, you see it on his computer, you see other stuff. That's what you produce.
Okay. How about the latest this week with Bart and Bart with this Johannes Messerly case, and we know that he's the one on trial, but they fired this other officer who was just present during this shooting.
Yeah, I think this is a very, very interesting situation. We know the Bart case, everybody's interested in that. What Bart did was very interesting. They hired a law firm to do an investigation on the other officers involved. There are two other officers in addition to Thomas Messerly, to do a quote-unquote independent investigation. What is the recommendation find from their investigation? Fire this officer. Fire this officer. They are trying to sell out. Bart is Thomas Messerly. They want him convicted. They want him to go down. That way the liability on them is less.
But did the other officers, they're not charged with anything, are they?
The point is, now this officer will be discredited at Thomas Messerly's criminal trial. When she goes up to testify, and she's a main witness because she was there, she saw it. Isn't it true that you were fired by Bart? Yes, I was. When the jury hears that, her testimony will be discredited. Thomas Messerly now may go down, may get convicted. And when Bart, if there's a civil trial, Oscar Grant's family, if they face a civil trial against Bart, Bart is going to distance themselves. Hey, we had an independent investigation. We fired the other officer. Thomas Messerly was convicted of murder. It's not us. We didn't, there was no negligence on us, lessening their potential liability while they sell off their officer while he's sitting in state prison.
All right, thank you very much, Ivan. Thanks for your insight, and thanks for joining us.
Always nice to be here.
And we'll be right back on the KRON 4 Morning News after the break.